We are live. Let's get Facebook going. Let's get YouTube going. Shout out to everybody jumping on. Much love. We got a guest who actually won the Is It a Smash. He won. It was a sleeper too. He was on there the whole night. He had it in the tuck. He even gave a whole speech about how he don't know what's gonna win or whatever. He roped us really well, and then he dropped the banger to win the Is It a Smash. So we got JayStyles in the building. Brick House, I see you. Mr. Bard, I see you. What's going on, everybody? What's the real? It's gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna talk some music. We're gonna talk music production. We're even gonna talk a little bit about management and business. We're gonna have a dope conversation. So if you're an artist, if you're a creative, you might want to jump on and hear what this brother gotta say. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Is It a Smash. We're gonna talk about his creative process. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Today we are focusing on JayStyles. And before we go on with the show, I'm gonna make Sam, I see you. We're gonna go into the record that actually won it. You know what I'm saying? One of 9. Oh man, they coming in heavy and hot. Much love. It's gonna be a really dope show. We're gonna do what's going on, Michelle? We're gonna go into the song Tell Me I'm Wrong. This is the one that won. This is the one. It was the last. Hold on, before let me end this real quick. So we had a Is It a Smash challenge, and if you don't know the Is It a Smash challenge, that's when artists submit their work, video or song, we play it, and the viewers vote, right? The viewers vote. So it was a long night. We were an hour and a half in, and he submitted the last record. And we had someone holding down the whole entire night. One guy was holding it all down. And at the end of the night, this record that we're about to play seized the whole moment. So we're going to go into that. And he won the Is It a Smash to sit down and chop it up. And I'm kind of glad he won because I got to work with the brother earlier on in the years that have passed. Watched him in action. I actually watched him A&R. I watched him A&R. I also watched him produce. He sat with artists, told them it's a whole thing. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna do the interview without him. We're gonna go into this record, and then we're gonna call the brother out. This is Tell Me I'm Wrong. Check it out, y'all.
This is the A&R Desk with Spud Brooklyn.
I need you to know there was a time when I never had a doubt in my soul. Now I feel there's nothing to hold. Took me for a ride and now I'm spinning out of control. Our love was made of colors, now it's gray. Do I keep the will to fight or walk away? Should I hold on to the pretty words you say? Or just watch forever end in just a day? Tell me I'm wrong, and I'll keep hanging on. 'Cause the eyes, they say it all, but yours say nothing at all. So if you still love me anymore, tell me now, tell me now. You showed me the way, just to find out you would lead me astray. Where do I go when I'm broken with lack of words to say? Need you to know my love for you, it grows every day. But it seems like yours fade, and I'm watching you slip away. Got me questioning if what I do is enough. Funny, because it seems like you really can't get enough of me. I move mountains to give you anything you ask of me, when all I ask for is you. Is that too much, honey? There's a fire burning deep in my soul that you ignited, and I'm scared of letting everything go. So now I'm fighting, but it hurts to know I'm fighting alone. My thoughts get violent, said you love me, but your touch became cold. We lay in silence, am I wrong for hanging on to something that I really thought was strong? I'm torn, usually the eyes say it all, but yours say nothing at all. Cause the eyes, they say it all, but yours say nothing at all. So if you still love me anymore, tell me now, tell me now, tell me I'm wrong, and I'll keep hanging on. Tell me I'm wrong, and I'll keep hanging on.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yo, y'all heard that record. We getting a lot of fire emojis. Everyone is saying it's dope. I love the energy of that. So let's bring this brother out, right? Before he comes on, I just want to shout out everybody that's jumping on. Bella, I see you. Danny, I see you. Unbothered, I see you. I see a lot of people coming in showing love. Miss YBH, I see you. Shout out to everybody that's on. I could go down the line. Rosa, shout out. I just want to show some love before we get on because I be so engaged in the conversation. Sometimes I don't be saluting those who are showing love back. But what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna get ready to introduce this brother. This brother been making music for a long time. I've watched the brother from podcasting to engineering to songwriting to artistry. I watched the brother not only focus on himself but do shows to highlight other artists, and I went to multiple of them to show to see what was going on, and it was always a dope, and the energy was always there. He's always doing something creative. I could keep going on for management, but we're gonna let him come on, right? We're gonna let him come on, and we're gonna introduce him. So to everybody out there, please help me welcome JayStyles. What's going on, my brother?
Yo, what's good, bud?
What's going on? What's going on? First,
shout out to everybody who's on the live too. I appreciate what we're doing.
oh man, it's all love. It's all love. First, I wanna highlight the fact that you came in and swept the whole. Is it a smash, my brother? Like you had that in the tuck. you closed the night with the super alley oop dunk to yourself. My man said, "Go Knicks." That's right, go Knicks. You went in there and super slam dunked that to yourself, my brother.
Yeah, I was super doubtful at first, and then somebody said I hit y'all with the okie doke. I was like, all right.
You did hit us with the okie doke, the major okie doke. It went from like submission to like this was like soundtrack music, man. Like let's talk about that record a little bit before we go into you. Like what was it? I know it's to Tell Me I'm Wrong, but going into creating that record, what was that record about?
Uh, I was in a weird space, and I think I draw inspiration from every type of music that I make from an emotional space that I'm in at the time. And the song was basically about a relationship that I was in and not knowing what the other person is thinking. So, you in a relationship a long time sometimes, and you just sometimes you lose the spark, so you don't know what that other person is thinking no more. So I was just like, tell me I'm wrong about where this is going, and if you tell me that we okay, then we keep,
I
you know what I'm
feel
saying? That's basically what the song is about.
I feel that. I feel that. Now,
Yeah.
but for those that might not know, who and where you hailing from, could you just give a bit? Because I just wanted to tackle your accolades, but could you talk and share a little bit about, who and what is JayStyles?
I'm from Bushwick, man.
But
Bushwick,
that's
Brooklyn
right.
born.
Holla. We
Yeah,
in
man.
here. We in here. That's right.
Yeah, we out here. Everybody who's in from Bushwick, Brooklyn, throw some fire emojis in the chat.
That's why I want to see some fire emojis, y'all. I need to see some fire emojis in that chat. Word up.
But yeah, man, Bushwick, Brooklyn born artist, and I've been doing it since I was inspired by music since I was very young. Growing up, on one of the hottest blocks in Bushwick. I grew up on that block. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was coming, traffic was crazy. Growing up, seeing a lot of shit, and then my father was actually in a rap group growing up,
Okay.
and I think that's when music stole my heart. They used to always be in the basement, freestyling, drinking. Me, a little kid, running downstairs, getting yelled at, "Yo, go upstairs!" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I drew it from. And as I got older, it was in me. I really started going hard with music. I would say like taking it serious
Yeah.
when I was 16 and up,
Okay.
and I started putting words together, and I was like, oh shit, I'm really nice at this, and not even self proclaimed. Like people were telling me like, yo, you got it, and you know I never let that shit get my head big though. I was always humble.
I will say that you always, no matter what I seen you in, no matter what you were focusing in on the moment, you always kept this humbleness about you. How do you balance that? Because it's easy. It's easy to get in certain situations or circumstances and start to live in that moment. How do you balance that, my brother?
I can't even explain it really. It's just I think that's just always been my character, and I never let circumstances change who I was. So I can't act any other way.
I
You know what I'm
was.
saying? Music. I love music. I love music. I used to always tell people, I could see sounds.
I
And
no. See, you say that, and I get it. Like
yeah,
I
because
get
you're an
it.
artist as well.
I
So
get
you
what you're saying when you say that.
and that something being said like that can only come from the heart, and you got to mean something like that, you know. And it's music is so expressive, and some people can't express their feelings if it wasn't for music.
That's
They wouldn't know how to, you know. And that's what I love about music. Music brings you back to a certain time, a certain smell. It's just all connected. And I think music can life would be boring without music.
yo. You ain't lying. I don't know what life would be
Yeah.
without music itself. You said something earlier in when you said you corrected yourself. You said, "Yo, I got into music at a young," and then you stopped and you said, "I was inspired by music." I caught that. I caught that. Could we talk about the inspiration and being inspired, and then your transition to actually doing music? What sparked what?
So yeah, like I was saying, just my peers growing up, I was introduced and introduced to music by my father
Hmm.
and my uncles and people from the block who are now very close family as well. They were in a group called BBS, Brooklyn Bomb Squad, and that shit is on my wall
I
right
see
now.
it. I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I always keep that because that's where started me up, you know. And I always ran with that as a kid, and I was always that kid on the block. They're like, "Oh shit, yo, he raps," and they would bring other people from other blocks to come rap, and I was just the one. Like, "Yo, quiet ass kid." Like, "Yo, James, we got somebody to battle you," and I just demolished them.
Oh, going, just go right in. Just going
Yeah,
in.
go right in. Like, yo, we didn't expect that from him. He don't look like a rapper. He don't look like this. You know, my appearance, I didn't always look like an artist. So yeah.
So when I first, not I guess when I first met you, around the time I first met you, you were like putting together like a collective of artists,
Yes.
and you were putting out a project, and you was doing. Were you always in that sense of I would say production, producing artists and gathering and doing the A&R, or you just dived in that moment?
So the reason I got into that type of field is because the more I fell in love with music, I fell in love with the process as well. So I'm going to the studio, I'm meeting different people, and I was inspired by their love for the process. And since my pen was always nasty, so I used to tell people like, "Yo, maybe you should say it like this, or try it like this," and they would try it out, and it would work for them, and they would be like, "Yo, like I appreciate the advice." So I was like, "Oh shit," something clicked there. I was like, "Yo, maybe I could orchestrate and help people get things right." Because I say everybody has talent. Every time I hear a song, I will never call somebody whack. I appreciate the music from what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's hard for me to say somebody's trash unless it is what it is. It's fucking trash. But it's very hard for me to say that, you know. And I found a group of people who I used to do a podcast. You was on my podcast
Yes, I
before.
was actually on you. This man is multifaceted because I was actually on the podcast. That is correct.
Yeah, so we used to interview people just like you do, and they were from the neighborhood, and I just wanted to shed more light on it. I felt like the podcast and the interview wasn't enough because, my podcast wasn't really putting up numbers of view wise. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take all these brothers who are very talented, and we're gonna do a fucking album together for the hood, and that's where it started at.
Now, the second stage that I saw you in was you was putting together a lot of performances. Was
Yeah.
that the transition from you seeing the work in the studio and bringing it to fruition in real time?
Yes, definitely.
And what was the goal for that?
The goal really for that was I was aiming more for everybody to give everybody their limelight, but my main goal was for the younger crowd. I wanted to keep them out the streets and keep them more focused on the music. Like, look, you could come perform. I'm gonna give you a safe space. You know what I'm saying? Come show your artistry. Come show your creativity. And I want everybody to acknowledge you. I want you to walk away feeling like you somebody.
I love that.
So that's really what it was. And I was actually paying them to perform. So
Look at that. Look at that. He was even paying them, which in this day and age we know the market don't be doing that for a lot of artists. So you
nah,
was even putting stuff in the hand. And you introduced a lot of artists to a lot of people because going to your shows, I was introduced to a lot of different artists that I may have never came across or heard. So that was super dope. Let's dive into a little bit deeper view in your creative aspect. When I last heard from you, besides the music that you're doing now, you had a different sound, and it was like when I heard you now, it was like polished and like there was it was certain. You know what I'm saying? There was no doubt in the music. It wasn't no if. What was your growth process in creating music?
as far as adapting with the times, there's like I think there's a moment in every artist's life where you find yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people are scared to venture into certain demographics of music, certain genres, and I never let that stop me. I always tell people I'll make the next best country song if I could. You know what I'm saying? And I think once you limit yourself, that's when you stop your progress.
I
You
feel
just
it.
you at a standstill.
I
So
feel.
I started singing, even though I don't have the best voice. I was like, you know what? They got fucking auto tune. They can make me sound like the weekend. Let make sure my lyrics is fire and I can hold the note and the song is gonna be fire.
That's what's up. No, you
Yeah,
hitting a note. Like you never gonna know your maximal potential if you don't give yourself any shot and do that. Now,
yeah.
I also know that your humbleness is a great trait of yours. How do you feel as a musician, as an artist, that being humble either hinders or pushes you in, and I'm talking to you, not just anybody, you in general? Do you feel that adds to who you are, or is it a struggle at times?
So I mean, it's pros and cons to being humble.
That
To
is true.
being to being anyway, there's pros and cons. People are very opinionated, and you just have to you just have to really be confident in who you are. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't let other people's opinion break you down. So I've been through times where my kindness was taken for weakness, but
I know
like
that.
like Lamar said, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Sometimes you ain't lying. Sometimes you do gotta pop out and be like, "Yo, look, check this out. Check this
Oh
out.
yeah,
Check this
this
out."
this is really me. Don't sleep on me.
Word up, word up. So even the business aspect, I know you juggle a lot. You also manage artists, right?
Correct.
And just from a manager standpoint, I got a lot of artists and creatives in here, and I come across a lot of people always saying, "Oh, I need a team," or "Yo, I'm looking for management. Yo, help me." As a manager, what is some of the things that you've seen or you face that artists do wrong? My man, like, yo, how much time I got?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I learned a lot from you, Spud.
Oh man, salute.
Conversations that you have and we've had personally, I've took that in. So a lot of these artists, they love, they're not in love with hip hop. They're not in love with the music. You know what I'm saying? And then
That's
they
real.
want you to do all the work, but what are you gonna do? You're the artist. I can do as much as you're gonna do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. I sure do. You
Yeah.
like you hitting it on the nose. Like once you said they not in love with it, that's one of my biggest issues with a lot of artists. They're not in love. They're in love with the idea
With the idea, and
and,
you listen, I understand.
and the rewards.
Yeah, exactly. They want to be at the finish line before they started,
Yes.
and I understand it completely too. Like with being lazy with your craft, because after I had a kid, I I slowed down. I didn't go as hard as I should have with music, and I always think about that. Like, damn, if I stood going hard since I was 18, where would I be right now? Although I was still perfecting my craft as I got older, there's always that what if. But when I started managing people, I started noticing things that I did wrong through them.
I get that too. I
Yeah,
understand. I understand that
and
completely.
we want to help you. Like I'm telling you from experience, and they sometimes they don't get it. Some people do. Some people do get it.
That's true. It is a give and take. It's a give and take. How do you manage the balance in that? You know, being a manager and an artist, is that a conflict for you? I know some people say it's because it is a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
It is a lot of work. Regardless if the artist or the talent is active or and proactive in helping you, it's still a lot of work and energy that you have to indulge in. But how do you balance that, man?
I mean, like I said, I'm in love with music, so just being a part of it is enough for me. Being a part of any type of process, whether I'm managing somebody, whether I'm ghostwriting for somebody, because I ghostwrite for many people who have popping songs out right now.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really want the recognition. It just feels good to know that yo, I'm the pen.
I could do that. I not even I could do that. I did that.
I did that, yeah. And then especially when like I wouldn't do a drill song. I would never write a drill song. I mean, I would never compose a drill song like as far as me on the mic singing it. But I've written drill songs for artists, and it's like, yo, how you don't got like 20 drill songs of your own right now? This shit is fire.
Yeah.
Like that's just not me.
I've been in the studio and witnessed you pen for artists. Like
Yeah,
I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen you directing them. Like, nah, you got to say it like this. I was there, seeing a lot of that, so I know the potential and the heights that you can do. Now, your particular music. Your particular music, you spoke about transitioning into the times and knowing, what's going on now. How do you feel your music enters that pipeline of what's now?
um, it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you because of my age. Like
Okay.
I'm not old. I'm only 30, 31. But these young kids, man, they change your music, man.
Oh yeah, they are. They
They
are.
change the music, but I guess I draw from the younger crowd because I'm the oldest of eight, so I got younger brothers, nieces, nephews, and they keep me young. They keep my lingo up to par because that's really what it is now with the new music. It's just the lingo. They just throwing lingo around. Like
Yeah,
we still talking about the same shit.
yeah.
Not really, but
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's not a it's more like the delivery of music has changed. The content, we could find multiple songs throughout the generation that kind of
but to
talks.
answer, but to answer the question more deeply though,
Mhm.
there is there's a what's the word? There's a system to how to make a hit.
Yeah, there is.
There's a recipe to how to make a hit, and I think once you kind of understand that, you can make a fire song.
Yeah, there's a formula to everything. There is
That's
most
the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a formula. There's most definitely a formula to making music, and some formulas. Yeah, my man says Rosa said a formula. Yeah, there is a formula that works. Your formula. I listen to your music, and I see a consistency, and it's not a consistency in something that I know where he's getting it from. I see the potential, I see the value, and I see the songwriting. Like, I don't think people take that into big consideration of like the song
Yeah,
having a record.
yeah.
And I hear that. Was that something you developed as time went, or you kind of always had that and just kind of, roundabout
Nah,
strengthened it?
I developed it. I noticed a lot of my songs when I was younger. I used to say, "Yo, I'm starting off hot and then I'm rambling. I'm not staying on topic. I'm not making songs. This is just a track. This is not gonna go nowhere." And then I was like, you know what? Let me pick a topic and let me talk about that and make a song. Let me tell a story. Let me engage the listener more because you're gonna sell more records if you touching hearts. If people are experiencing the same thing as you, you're gonna win 100% of the time. Because everybody, we all going through the same shit. All of us
You're
in our
right.
own way.
And if we're not going through it, we've been through it, so we can relate to it.
And that's another thing of me as an artist. Like I've been through a lot of stuff and I've made songs about my experience, but I I observe and I like to write music about other people's experiences too. Because I'm kind of like an empath. I always consider myself as an empath. Like I feel people's feelings and stuff that my friends go through or family members go through. I'll sit down and I'm gonna write a song about it.
I was,
Maybe it'll touch them. Maybe it'll make them feel better.
I feel that. I feel that, and I think that's the mastering of the craft, right? If you could share something to like artists that like, I don't want to go into like three things they can do to better their craft, but from a person like, and when I speak with you musically, from production to songwriting to performance, business wise. I mean, I seen you in the field. You don't. I don't know if you even realize, but that's even like tour setup. You're like stage show performance. Like, you've set up the job title is, there's so much to the job title. If you could talk to these artists and say something that you think a large percent of them need to hear, what would that be?
I would tell them to really, really go for it. Like really, really go for it. Like and stop bullshitting. Like invest in yourself. Take the time, separate yourself from everything that's not what you want to do, and chase that shit, man. Just like you chase a bag just to buy a pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? You chase a bag just to go to the club every week. Invest in yourself, man.
That's real. That's real. You have to invest in yourself, and you said it. Chase it. Chase it
Nothing's
like you chase everything else.
gonna.
Chase it. So musically, I mean, we got some dope records. I do want to go into another record in between in a second, because I want the people to hear the how round welded. Like, we heard one record and people might think, yo, that's all. Okay, that's dope, and categorize you in that one. So I want to play another record right now. When I heard this one, this joint had me rocking. This one had me rocking and chilling. So I said I wanted to play this for the people. This is on something. You
On
want
to son. Jay
you
Global. Shout out Jay Global.
you want to
That's
talk about? Yeah, we actually had Jay Global on, because he actually won Is It a Smash as well, and that's the artist you manage.
facts.
So look at that, y'all. So this is just a good example and confirmation that he's onto something. The artist he managed won, and he won. So results supersede anything. So you have the results to show, you onto something, my brother. But we're gonna go into this record real quick. This song is called On Something. I like the
Enjoy, enjoy.
I like this joint right here. Check it out, y'all. Okay, hold on. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
The A&R Desk with Spot Brooklyn.
Chasing that bag, know I'm on the sun. Before my first dollar, still kept it 100. They hating me, then how the fuck they love me? Nobody see me, I'm drowning in money. Switching my ways for the better, no dummy. They won't understand unless they came from the muddy. Made it through nights for the tip knuckles bloody. I made it to 20, consider me
Had a
lucky.
dream I was in a G550. Woke up in a whole new city. Got 3 bad bitches right with me. Money keep coming, we gon' push it to the limit.
Money keep coming, gon' push it to the limit. Staying 10 toes, I ain't moving my pivot.
Bitch, I'm a whip, they so miss.
Every time I do it, they gon' ask me how I did it.
Still getting shade from the moves that I made. Niggas be hating, don't want you to change. I live for the better, no need to explain. Stacking my bread up to help me escape. We breaking them chains, ayy. Me and my dogs, we ain't come here to play. They match the bucket, the back on the lay. Foot on the gas, no delay. My bitch, she real bad, she gon' do what I say.
My bitch, she real bad, she gon' do what I say. Foot in the gas, I ain't touching no brakes. This money keep falling, it make me feel great. More money, more problems, no room for mistakes. Got on my back and I hopped in a rave. Know they gon' hate, but don't care what they say. I'm smoking high grades, ayy. Laugh every time from them look in they
Had a
face.
dream I was in a G550. Woke up in a whole new city. Got 3 bad bitches right with me. Money keep coming, we gon' push it to the limit.
Money keep coming, gon' push it to the limit. Staying 10 toes, I ain't moving my pivot.
Bitch, I'm a whip, they so miss.
Every time I do it, they gon' ask me how I did it.
When I do it, they gon' ask me how I did it. I won't tell my secrets like I'm a rap magician. They gon' play close attention with suspicion. On my drip official, nigga, I'm a thin it. All my niggas with me, yeah, we the latest. I'm smoking Zap out of pass, sipping spirits. I make a beat, write the rap, then I kill it. Spitting facts, never cap, I'm the realest.
I spitting facts, I'm the realest. Niggas be capping, that shit is an illness. Laugh for the cameras, they got 20 fingers. I speak what I live, niggas die over lyrics. I'm on my shit, got them living. They wanna copy my image. Tryna peep game, but don't wanna listen. Try to explain, I'm too different. My money keep growing, I'm loving the feeling.
Had a dream I was in a G550. Woke up in a whole new city. Got 3 bad bitches right with me. Money keep coming, we gon' push it to the limit.
Money keep coming, gon' push it to the limit. Staying 10 toes, I ain't moving my pivot.
Bitch, I'm a whip, they so miss.
Every time I do it, they gon' ask me how I did it.
Had a dream I was in a G550. Woke up in a whole new city. Got 3 bad bitches right with me. Money keep coming, we gon' push it to the limit.
Money keep coming, gon' push it to the limit. Staying 10 toes, I ain't moving my pivot.
Bitch, I'm a whip, they so miss.
Every time I do it, they gon' ask me how I did it.
Yo, yeah. When I hit play on that, I was in here setting up like, oh, it just put me right in my mood. Shout out to everybody jumping on. I saw a lot of fire emojis going on, and the fires was just rolling up. Let's talk about this Emotions EP. Mixed Emotions. Yeah, let's talk about the Mixed Emotions EP, man, and you know the concept, the idea, what's going on with that. Like, let's talk about that a little bit. Sometimes those experiences make for great music. I dig it. So my brother, what's in store? What's in store, man? Oh wait, before we go into what's in store, the production on this project, were you also a producer on this? Oh yeah, I see it right now. Can't see him. Hold on a second. Sorry guys. That's me. I'm vibing with you. They can't see you.
They didn't hear me either.
Hold on, guys. We back. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm over here just in the zone with the brother. Thank you, everybody. Oh, hear him now on my end. Yes, we good. We back at it. So, speaking back on the production, let's go back into what you were saying. I don't know if everybody was able to hear you. So
as far as production, I produced, I would say like 60%.
okay.
I produced 60% of the tape, and the rest it was type beats.
Okay.
I was playing beats with my cousin, and he was supposed to do songs on them, and I was like, "Yo, those are fire," and he never did anything on it. So I was like, "All right, I'm taking."
Like, yo, I'm scraping these up. We going for that.
But the rest was me though. I made those beats.
When you going into your production, do you produce preferably for a beat, or do you produce it just in your free space and then make songs on them?
Yes, I produce in my free space first, and then I make the songs to it after. Definitely.
Okay, and if someone had to ask you, are you a producer or like an artist first? Like what is your home base?
I'm an artist first.
Artist first.
Yeah, I'm an artist first always.
Always. I love that. I love it. See, when I first met you, the introduction kind of was like producer beat. And then when I saw you in action, I was like, "Oh, nah, that's not just all he got. He got a lot more going on."
Yeah, yeah, I'm always an artist first.
And you engineer it, right? You engineered it.
I engineer my own stuff as
You
well.
and
You actually mastered, I think, like a couple songs of me.
yes, yes, I did. I did. I mastered a few. I mastered a few.
Yeah,
So
so shout out to Spud Brooklyn
oh
for sure.
man, salute to you, man. Salute to you. And I'm bringing these things up because I know them, but I want to show the extent to the viewers of sometimes the investment in what you do is not just like I'm a writer, I'm a rapper, so let me groom my pen, which that is part of it. But sometimes being able to dabble in different aspects of your own career is useful. How useful was that for you when you started to learn, all the different aspects of your career, and what was the highlights of that?
It's super useful because I feel like I make the best music in my own creative space. Because like I'm not paying for studio time, so I don't got to do this perfect. I'm not on a time limit. You know what I'm saying? I can sit down, make myself sound how I want to sound.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
you could
And
really work on that.
really work on that. You know what I'm saying? So once I learned how to do that, I was like, oh, I could engineer myself, do a rough mix, make myself sound how I want to sound, and then send it off to get mastered.
You're like, oh man, I'm doing this all day.
Doing this all day.
Straight
If
up,
I
straight up.
had kids and responsibilities, I'll be wilding right now.
No, I most definitely get it. As a creative myself, my wife is actually on right now, and there's times that I'm just like, we could be watching a movie, and I hear something, I'll be like, oh shit, I got a joint, I got a joint. And she'll just be like, okay, you gonna work that out? I'm like, yeah, 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 I'm gonna work that, I'm gonna work that out. And this be my punch. Yeah, let me just get like 5 minutes. I should be like 5 hours. I be in there like, nah, I want to change this. I want to change this. Oh, I could throw this in here. So I most definitely,
You fall in love with that process,
you
man.
do,
Like you
you
fall in
do,
love with it. And
you
like
do.
I can't explain how many times it kept me out of trouble.
I feel that. I feel that. I mean, music. I say this all the time. Music kept me alive, man.
Yeah,
It kept me alive, and literally, not even.
keeps me alive.
Yeah, yeah, not even. Yeah, keeps me alive. Like I don't
Frequent.
know. I don't know what. I don't know what I don't even want to think about what I
Yeah,
would. You know what I'm saying? Like it's scary. Like I don't even want to think about that. Like I don't even want to go there. I want to go there. So let me ask you a question, my brother. We know that in this time, with between social media and keeping up with how many times you got to do this or what's trending, or engagements, how, if at all, has the direction of how we put out music affect you, from the streaming, from the social medias? How do you personally feel about that? I've been asking a lot of people that, and I would love to hear your perspective.
can you ask me the question again? I want to hear it again.
How do you feel about how we put out music now, between the streaming, the social media platforms, the having to post, the hashtags? How do you feel that affects you, if it does at all? How do you feel about the way we put out music now?
I mean, you just have to you gotta find the niche. If you don't really have a niche or a gimmick, something that's gonna drag people in to listen to you, you're not gonna go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to do that in this time and age because like there's so many people putting out music, and there's so many other things that's trending, and like the trends change
Like that.
like this. People's attention spans go like this, and it's really hard. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, people were selling CDs out their truck. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not doing that no more.
That's
I'm
real.
pretty sure people still doing it, but they're not really doing it, you know.
Yeah, I
And
get you.
you're not getting nothing for your streams.
Nothing. No, yeah, 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 yeah.
Like you're not,
Streams is the ultimate hustle.
you know what I'm saying? So it's really hard. It's really hard. On the business aspect, there's a lot more that I have to learn. So I wouldn't speak too much on it and put out false information, you know?
I respect that.
There's still a lot for me to learn.
And I want to say something. I want to say something, and this is also a testament to like I want to say your greatness. For you to even say, on the business side, there's more I want to learn, shows me how much you already do know and how much you're invested in growing. Being in this business, I mean, I come across some professionals that we look up to that still learning and figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? So for you to even say that is really dope. How do you go about the information you gain and gather when you structuring and putting, I call it the toolbox,
Oh man,
to your business aspect?
I deep dive. I deep dive and every Wednesdays and Mondays I join As for Brooklyn live.
Oh man, much love, man. We really be trying to push as much energy, and I love when artists come on like yourself that could share, a real aspect. In this music industry, we deal with a lot of personas, and it's part of the game. And I think a lot of independent artists get lost in that. And you touch
Yeah.
back and have a well grounded mind frame as well as a well rounded game playing field of the things you do in the future. Like what's next? What can we expect
Well,
from?
you really can expect another EP coming out for sure.
Okay.
In the next 2 months, I should be dropping a big EP.
EP.
And so got I also got three other EPs from three other artists I'm working with coming out, produced by me,
Okay.
and some of them written by me.
Okay,
You
okay,
know,
we gonna keep that on the hush though.
I'm not gonna say who, so you're not gonna know
You
anyway.
ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna know. You're gonna be guessing.
But
Um,
yeah,
you
we working.
you working and management. How many artists are you managing?
Three.
You got three artists you managing.
Yeah,
How is juggling three artists as well as yourself, engineering, producing, starting up stage shows, doing all, doing the more, being a dad, being all that is a job. How do you manage three artists, man? What is your technique? What is your superpowers, man? I see you got the. What
I
is it, man?
just do it.
Just do it. My man get his Nike on. Shout out to Nike who mad at me. Nike, don't worry about it, Nike. I know y'all sent the video in today. I'm not playing it. But it's all love. I got y'all next week. But my man said just do yeah,
Just do
at least I said their name. I said their
it.
name.
Yeah.
That's
The
part
one-
of the deal. I said their name. Shout out to Nike. Leading in apparel, right? Boom, that's it. I fulfilled my duties for today.
So
So you say just do it. Now, when you juggling three artists, and I know we got a few companies in. I did see jumping in a few spotters, some music people in here. How do you figure out what's the goal between the three artists? You got three artists. I know every artist like, yo, I want to drop right now. I'm ready. Let's go. Blah blah blah. How do you be like, all right, nah, this is what we do? How do you game plan to just go?
so my main focus is prioritize what's main priority. What do you want to do first? What do you want to accomplish first? We set goals and we accomplish those goals piece by piece. We don't just work on 18 different tracks at the same time. Some people could do that. Some people are good at multitasking, which we all are. But I figure if we focus on one thing and perfect that, and then go to the next one, I think we're gonna have more success. Because I don't want to I don't want to put in our garbage.
I feel,
Anybody could anybody can make 10 songs in a day,
yeah, I feel that.
but where's the substance?
I feel like most definitely put out a
And
great.
we spoke about that earlier. You know what I'm saying? Perfecting the craft and actually staying on topic and making songs, not tracks.
Not trash, not trash.
Yeah.
Give it some oomph. Put a little effort. Respect. I think respecting the craft helps a lot in that. When people really get to understand and respect the craft. If an artist right now is on his feed right now and is like, yo, I mess with Son. I like Son's energy. I like what he's saying, man. I want to reach out to him, manage. I want him to manage me. What do you look for in an artist
Self
when in consideration of managing them?
self proficiency, drive, and some just being serious about yourself.
Okay, you said self proficiency, right?
Proficiency, because that's what labels are looking for.
I was gonna ask you to go in. Yeah, that's most definitely what they look
What
for.
they're looking for. I mean, like, I'm not gonna ask you. Why would you want me to sign you? What are you gonna give me?
Mm,
What get in return? Everybody who wants a deal is asking, what are you gonna give me? What are you gonna give me? What are you gonna do for me? But what are you gonna do for me in return?
no, oh man, I love it. I love it like that. That's a question I'm asking every day. Like,
That's
hey,
the
they
most simple. Yeah,
like what are we doing? What are we doing? Is it just a check off list and I just give you everything you want,
that's
do
not how it
everything you
goes.
want, and
That's
go
not how
from?
business works.
It's most definitely not how business works. Are you open to like other companies or artists reaching out to you in collaboration, in possibly you know networking towards business situations? Like, what's your situation right now, or y'all kind of tight knit? Like, yo, we doing what we doing over here. We holler at y'all another time.
Most definitely, I'm open for it. But like I said, you gotta check all those boxes that I was just talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna work, let's work.
If you're gonna work, just work. Let's not talk about it. Let's
Yeah,
do it. Let's do it. What we said earlier. Results show everything, right? Results is it. We need some results. We need some results. So I know you mentioned EP. I know you mentioned like we got another EP in a few months, and we got like three more EPs on the way. Is there a reason, and is there a marketing strategy or a formula to the reason why? Because when people speak, things pop out to me, and you specified EP. I'm putting out a
EP,
project. It's EP, like you set on that. What's the knowledge behind that?
So before, my strategy was, let's just drop singles. Let's keep dropping singles, and let's get a buzz on those songs, and let's see how many fans we gain. So that when we do drop the EP, we'll have more fans to get those numbers up. They'll listen to everything because they know who you are, and they know you dropping heat already. You know that used to be the strategy, but now I feel like dropping a bigger body of work is gonna keep. If you know you're capable of dropping big bodies of work
Hmm.
short period of time, I feel like it'll keep people more like immersed into you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. I can make a EP. I can make an EP a month.
Yes.
Personally, I can make an EP a month. But I told you in the next 2 3 months because, like I said, I want to perfect it. I don't want to put out garbage.
I res-
But yeah, but that's my strategy. Really, is just dropping bigger bodies of work, just so we can have more. What's the word? See, my vocabulary's failing me.
nah. You in the flow. You in the flow. I know what that is. You in the flow, and sometimes
Just
the mind works too.
a bigger repertoire of music, you know.
There we go. There we go. We got a question from a C. Marie Rose. Who's your favorite rapper of all time and why? And please, I'm opening up the floor right now for questions. So if you got any questions, and it could be a business question because the brother got some. He got something he got to say. So if you're an artist, if you're a manager, anything, please ask some questions. If you got anything you want to know. But yeah, we got a question. Who's your favorite rapper of all time and the why? And I got a sense this person knows and they got you coming out. But it's okay. We want to figure that out as well. So who's that is?
Uh, my my favorite artist of all time. I can't say rapper. That's
Okay.
very vague. But my favorite artist of all time, and nobody kill me.
Okay. Wait.
Kanye West.
Okay, that's not a bad. That's not a bad one. See Marie laughing right now. That's not a bad one. Kanye West. Kanye West. And I like how you worded artist. I like how you worded artist. I do put him in the artist category as well. Now that's not a bad. That's not a. He's most definitely take crazy, but you gotta have some sense of craziness to be in this field. Like sane
I
people
feel
can't do this.
I feel like he's an evil genius. I don't
Yeah,
feel
I
like he's
mean,
crazy.
sane people are usually not geniuses, bro. Sane people usually just go about their day, and crazy people is the one that be like, I think I could fly and build a plane and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
And then
Speaking,
do
huh?
it. And then do it.
And do it straight up, and then do it, because everybody was like, you're crazy," and then you go do it. Speaking, he said, I like artists too, DJ Sam. Speaking of crazy, in this music industry, I know we face going into this music industry, we face so much outside restraints and fears and people calling us crazy. I know there's days between real life, just or I want to say real life, our normal life, our day to day in that, and then our day and day as an artist. How do you keep going? I know we have faced some roadblocks, and if there is a moment that you can share with the viewers of something that kind of had you stuck and you had to overcome it, could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I think when for that conversation, I think it all boils down to confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to doubt yourself. It's very easy to doubt yourself. Uh, you have to overcome that. That's just a character flaw. I think when you become very, very confident and what you're doing and what your goal is, I don't think anything can stop you. I've had times where I've been in the studio and people just weren't fucking with me. Like they was like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever. But I've been to the studio with people with their crowd. Like I'm the outsider coming in, and it's their crowd, and then my confidence was low. And then when I come back and I play the song, it's like, yo, you bodied all of them on their song. So they was just outcasting me because I was the outcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I let that get me down when I was supposed to chin up and be like, yo, I'm nicer than y'all. So I think it's this character flaw.
I respect that. We got another question from DJ Sam. He said, "And your favorite producer?" And then dot dot dot. Still Kanye?
My favorite producer.
Yeah.
Uh, you want me to give you my top three?
Oh, my man said, hold on, I got a few of those. And by the
Yeah.
way, C Marie said, so not Jay-Z? Got it. So I guess y'all got beef. Cause she said I got it. So I don't know if y'all got beef for not saying Jay-Z. You said Kanye.
I've had this conversation so many times. I think Jay Z is one of the best businessmen in the world, but I don't think he's in love with hip hop like other artists are.
Oh nah, I just said that on one of my shows. So I got a personal beef with him. So I'm gonna stay out of that one. But
Yeah,
I got
we'll
a
talk about that some
yeah, I
other
got a
time.
personal situation. I'm kind of disappointed. But what's your top three producers?
My top three producers, Kanye's on that list.
Kanye is on that list, Sam.
On that list, I'm Timberland. Timberland is on that
Okay.
list.
Timberland's up there.
The Tim Dog is up there, and wow, for the youngins, I'm gonna say Metro's up there too.
Okay, Metro. He got a. It's kind of like then, midway, and now. It's like you well rounded. You well rounded.
There's a lot of people that who deserve to be up there, but that's my list.
Gotcha. Um, Rosa said, how do you define success, as an artist?
Yo, yo, Rosa, log off.
and 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 they tight because they said, "Yo, y'all both y'all bugging." I know that was towards the Jay-Z, but
Yeah, yeah.
I can tell you, and this is off the record. I can tell you, my brother, he did lost his sense of hip hop. I'm not saying that doesn't take away His
It don't take away
greatness.
nothing he did.
He
Yeah,
was at the top of my pinnacle. It doesn't take away his greatness. It don't take away what he did for hip hop. But I'm speaking of right now. He did lose his sense of hip hop, and I could write a book on it. But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do. What's
yeah.
your success as an artist? What does that look like? What does that mean?
I mean, to me, success as an artist is just meeting all my goals. You know, setting all the goals that I want and meeting that. You know what I'm saying? The higher you get, the more you're gonna want. You know what I'm saying? But me, just being a humble person, I feel like me, I'm gonna get in and get out.
I'm gonna get in and get out.
I'm gonna get in and get out. I don't want the fame. I'm not making all the mistakes that they making, buying expensive cars, fucking up their contract, going broke. I'm not doing that. I'm learning from everybody's mistakes.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
get a
set.
nice car though, bro. No.
Nah. I'm gonna get a nice car, but I'm not gonna get it on my first deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that money is going back to the label. When you sign that first, you get $1 million. You don't really got $1 million.
You don't. You don't. And
You know
make
what
sure you
I'm
take care of tax man.
saying? Oh man, they're gonna take everything.
Yeah, to make sure, because he come back 5 years later. He come back like, take this bid or pay us. Like,
Exactly.
they come in there. They come in there. Six Figure said, "What's your inspiration to create different kinds of music besides rap? Because you do.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
What's your inspiration to create different kinds of music besides rap?"
Oh, I think it's my own curiosity. I like challenging myself, and I I'm very well rounded when it comes to music. I have a lot of depth. I listen to every type of genre of music. I was a big rock head growing up. I got rock songs that you maybe will hear.
Nice.
We got J Global got a fire rock song that we made together. Y'all definitely gonna hear. But yeah, my inspiration comes from my depth of music. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear a melody and I think it's fire. I'm gonna go with it.
I respect that. No, that's one of the things I myself feel that way. Like sometimes you hear something. I was a big Avril Lavigne fan, and finally was able to write a song that was, pitched. It was actually Evanescence I wrote it for. I lied to the label and said I wrote it for Avril Lavigne, but I really wrote it for Evanescence. But they picked the record up, man, and it was really dope. To like you said, like I did that,
Yeah.
and you picked it. You know what I'm saying? You picked it. That was really dope. We got a question. Is there any other artists in your family? And if so, who's some of your favorite? Oh, I think this is starting some trouble right here. This
Is
right
there any other artists in your family? And if so, who's
who?
some of your favorite?
Yeah. If so, who's
In my
some of your?
family,
You about to get jumped, bro. You gonna get jumped. You gonna miss somebody. They're gonna be like, okay, we gonna.
there's a few artists in my family. I'm not gonna lie. My favorite artist in my family right now, and I don't know if he's on here, but yo, J Global.
Okay, Jay Global was on. Jay Global was on. I don't know if he
J
said
Global is top tier.
Jay Global. You heard
So
that?
he got the appearance. He got it, bro. He got it. He got the voice. He got it. That's it.
That's
And
what's up.
also another artist that if y'all keep tuning in to my work, y'all will be hearing him. His name is Danny. Danny Don. Danny Depend on Nobody. Y'all gonna
Okay,
hear his music. 18 years old. That boy is a beast.
that's what's
And,
up.
and, and he listens to everything I say, so he's gonna go far.
I respect. So what's the lineup of the artists you have? Like who's first? Who's coming? Like what could we expect? And the names, because is Danny Don't Depend on Nobody one of the artists you managing?
Yeah.
So we got J Global, Danny Depend on
Depend
Nobody.
on Nobody. And there's another one who is telling me not to
Say not. Oh, this is
not
top
say
secret.
nothing. Yeah, top secret.
Okay,
On
okay,
a repeat show, I'm working with this person.
okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
They in the comments right now. So
Okay, it's in the hush. It's in the hush. Okay, shout out to the mysterious artist and Danny Depend on Nobody in here too. He in here. I see you. I
yeah,
see
yeah.
you. He said
So just keep
19. He 19. Appreciate you, cuz. He put the
people
five.
to
19. Like hold on. My man's like, I'm getting closer to that 21. I know he bust down a drink already, but 21
Oh,
he legal.
My bad.
21 illegal. 21 illegal. So, so if anybody want to reach you, my brother, and reach out to you, talk to you, possibly collaborate with you, do business, get more information, what's the best way and how could they reach you?
Y'all can hit me up on Instagram at effing underscore genius. EFFING underscore genius. That's on Instagram. Just send me a DM. My profile is not private. It's a business page. You can hit me up and let's talk. Let's talk.
One thing I want to say, I respect. You're the first person who came on the show and not only had his handle, but had his Instagram handle as well. Take notes on that, y'all. That is marketing at its finest,
Yep.
because someone might be curious, and right there, he could have possibly missed the mark of someone noticing and seeing him. So that's most definitely. I just wanted to point that out. I can't go tonight without pointing out some tip or something to artists. So
Mhm.
that is really, really dope. Before we go, I got two questions for you. One is from Rosa, because Rosa's still at it. Rosa's still at
I told you to lock off.
it. Rosa's still at it. Describe your dream project or collaboration.
Yo, see, he's stirring the pot. You saw that last comment?
Which one? He
He
goes.
said, "I write a book to debunk your book."
It's okay. I could write volumes or
Let's go.
volumes, and I'll pull out his contract. Yeah, I'll pull out his contract, the one I bought. Yeah, the one I bought to see what he did. So I'm just saying, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to do that. But I will do it if I have to. I will do it if I have to.
I believe you.
My question to you, my brother, though, and I asked everybody this on every platform and every chance I get before we go. And I know you're still a young man, but as a creative, if you can go back to, if you could turn to the young version of you and say that one thing to yourself, whatever it is, whatever in the world it is, what would you say to yourself?
I would tell myself to get more serious.
Get more serious.
I would tell myself, don't let nothing stop you. That's it. To be honest,
And that's,
I had very few people tell me that growing up. People did, people did, but I didn't take it serious when they did.
I get
So
you.
if I could tell myself, I think it'll make a difference.
That would make a big difference. Shout out to you, man, brother. Before we go, I wanna just give you your praise, man. I've known you for some time. I've also watched you transition in your love for this music thing. I don't only want to just say hip hop, this music thing, from seeing you live action in the studio, seeing you doing the podcast, and seeing you managing the stage show, making sure the set list is straight, people at the door, everybody still mingling. I watch you do that. I watch you bring Jay Global to fruition and have him doing what he's doing. I watch you come down to this very moment. It's very inspirational to see creatives in the love of this art. It's a breath of fresh air to see that, man. So I just want to salute you on that. And you said, and I'm gonna bring back what you said. You said, I don't want to say something on, and we was talking to business at the time, because you said, there's more you want to learn. My brother, always keep learning, because you on it, you've been on it. Never stop learning, man. I tell everybody like that from the gate to this day. Every chance I get, I'm trying to soak in something. Never stop learning, man. But you on it, man. Let's give a round of applause to
Appreciate you.
to the brother, man. Let's give a round of applause to this brother, man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat too. I appreciate y'all for the love, the feedback. Shout out to Spud too. Round of applause for Spud Brooklyn, man.
Much love. And before we go, if you want to send your crew, your team, your shout outs, man, the floor is yours, brother. The floor is yours.
Everybody log off.
Yo, log off, yo, you funny.
Nah, yo, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. I appreciate all of y'all.
No doubt, my
Everybody
brother.
know, everybody I don't know, everybody follow me. Like I said, if y'all want to collab, y'all got my handle. Let's work.
There we go. Y'all heard it first, my brother. Shout out to you again. Shout out to everybody that's jumping on. Shout out to everybody showing love and energy, man. I want to say this to the people now. I want to say this to the people, and I'm going to let you go, my brother. No, go ahead. What you gonna say?
Said shout out Miss Jackson too.
Shout out Miss Jackson Media Group. I was gonna get to that at the very end, but I do. He said logged off. Logged off. I do want to say this to the people that came to support and came on the show. Thank you all for supporting this brother. It's no. I can't say that. I can't say enough how important that is for the artistry. A lot of times we have an admiration, a respect, an honor. Sometimes we have a blood relation. Sometimes we have a friendship relation. And a lot of times we support things that are outside of us. So the moments that I see people supporting, especially people they know, it's a duality. We create because we want to share it, and if we share it and people gravitate to it and like it, letting the artists know is very important. And moments like this, shout out to y'all, man. I want to shout out to everybody, especially if I didn't get time to shout everybody's name, but shout it out. I do want to say a quick shout out for myself. I want to shout out Johnny Nice, this brother right here, engineer extraordinaire, worked with a lot of people, but I want to shout him out. He was very instrumental in when we were talking about the songwriting and me shopping the records earlier. That's the engineer that I went to make sure we got the record in. So shout out to Johnny Nice who jumped on, man. Salute to you. Shout out to everybody else, man. My brother, you have a beautiful night. Be well, man. Thank you for jumping on the show, man. Another round of applause for the brother, man. You have a good one, my brother.
You too.
Oh man, that was super dope, y'all. That was super dope. Shout out again everybody who jumped on the show, the A&R Desk. As you know, we love entertainment as well as education, so we always sharing something that you can take. Hopefully there's bits and pieces, hopefully the whole thing, and if not, a few tools just to add to your toolbox. So shout out to everybody. Six Figure says, shout out Spud for providing a platform and giving real artists some shine. Salute to you, man. Thank you so much for that. DJ Sam, he threw a question and he said, loaded question here. What would you say is someone who has a good ear, isn't sure if A&R is right, and is a producer? That was a great question, DJ Sam. Sorry, man. It just came up on my end. Probably a delay. But I'm going to leave y'all for the night. I'm gonna play one more song by him, and we're gonna close the night out. Before I go, I want to send a big shout out to Miss Jackson Media Group. Shout out to Tony Bosco. He has a record right now called Scrape It. Check that out. We're gonna premiere that soon. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna close the night out with JayStyles joint. But shout out to Miss Jackson Media Group. Shout out to Tony Bosco on the New Rush. Shout out to F and Genius for a really dope sit down. He was the winner of the Is It a Smash. Came on the show, did what he did. Humbleness, but you could feel the love and dedication for what he does. He said, I'll follow up. There you go, DJ Sam. And he's on right there, so maybe y'all could connect and have that conversation. DJ Sam is very good with those questions. He'll keep you on your toes, most definitely. Danny, shout out to Danny, most definitely. Thank you, my brother. So I'm going to leave y'all with this, man. Know your boundaries. Push some boundaries and break a few boundaries. Consistency is the key, but proficiency is the doorway. Don't keep doing something that don't make sense, because it won't make sense, and it most definitely won't make sense, y'all. Keep creative, man. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. Keep creative and safe. I'm Spud Brooklyn.
This is the A&R Desk with Spud Brooklyn.
Man, y'all have a good night. This is the closeout with Evan Genius.
Spud Brooklyn. Back.
I let myself feel that it's back to haunt me. All the things you say Gave control, now I'm devastated. I feel like I hope it's lost. You and me just ain't working, baby girl. Where did the time go? Thought I was focused, my mind's blown. I did so much to forget. Like fuck two bitches in the condo. Shit ain't the same, I confess. I thought it'd be better if I go. Far, far away, show me better days. I don't feel nothing but sorrow. I know that's gon' change, that I'll be okay, but my heart is still hollow. But my heart is still hollow. It's been bottle after bottle. Baby, look what love can do. I let myself feel that it's back to haunt me. All the things you said should've left you unseen. I don't take no pills, but I might need codeine to suppress this pain you inflict.